Anyway, yeah, what exactly were the small things? Getting the bear, and what else? Yes. And what were these other things? A few other things that have nothing to do with this case. Fuck you. They obviously do. What should I do? Should I let him slide with that? No. I gotta push his buttons. Exactly. His buttons gotta get pushed. Everything I have said from the beginning has been nothing but beneficial to your client. Which is why I wonder what is pushing you to continue with this cross-examination. How about you leave the thinking to the attorney? You just tell us the answers to the questions. You do the killing, I'll do the lawyering. Don't kill right now, though. Not Maya. Kill other people. Look, man. This is none of your business. That's... I smell the stench of a backstabber. And should you turn out to be one... Your client is one! When can I say that? At least we've been talking about like relevant shit rather than just delaying us presenting that. We've been going through all the stuff with him not meeting Adrian. It's been pretty interesting. Press further. Fuck him up. I know he's trying to, he's figuring out what's going on, but we need to question the stuff. If it's truly that important, I suppose I don't have much of a choice. The bear figurine. Yeah. The bear figurine. After the assassination of the target, I was to find that figurine. I was told that this job... Yeah, but if it was Adrian, she knew how to open it. In fact, she was the only one who knew how to open it. So why would she need to kill him? Because she just wanted to get the note and burn it. So, is that what I'm supposed to say? Because I feel like that's a contradiction. And where was that figurine? It was inside Mr. Cora's suitcase. And then, what did you do next? I handed it over to my client right away. You gave it to your client? Interesting. This information certainly sounds important to me. See, this is really weird, too, because if she does get convicted, that's still gonna fuck up his reputation, because... his client got caught, because they're going to think that she's his client, but I guess it's just because he makes it known that if you do something like that, like, framing somebody else, then he's not going to work with you anymore, so I guess it's fine. Yeah. Whether that's actually true or not, I don't know. I know he doesn't want to be betrayed, but if his actual client, Matt, had tried to frame somebody else, would he actually act like this, or... I don't know, I think he's just kind of bullshitting most of it. I feel like... I'm supposed to say something about the fact that she wouldn't need him to be killed. If you gave it to Miss Andrews, then what was it doing there? I was waiting for her there. That was also part of the plan to frame Mr. Rongard, I'm sure. That makes a lot of sense. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any problems with this piece of testimony? Yes. But I know somewhere in that statement there is a contradiction. And yet, I know that if I present something trivial here, he will cut the connection on his end. If you want to make a strong point, Phoenix, you have to present strong evidence. She's right. So now what, Miss Dr. Wright? Dr. Wright? Do it. Witness, let's go over... I probably should have saved right there. Anyway, you gave Miss Andrews the bear figurine, and she told you to take the bear and wait for her at On Guard Mansion. Is that correct? Yes, where are you going with this? Well, I think maybe you might have remembered a few things incorrectly. What? This is a battle... Oh, so it's not like a one-hit kill, it's just a little bit of health. I don't know if it would be like a game over. It doesn't seem like it. I'm just gonna present the bear. Shelley the Killer. If you had really given the bear to Miss Andrews... Yeah, she would've... Yeah, she knew how to open it. Exactly. So it's not quite what I said, like about that she didn't need to kill him. It's that if you had given it to her, then she would have taken the note out. So I was on the right track. It's about the fact that she was able to open it, and yet somehow, for some reason, didn't. I see where you're going. Yeah, he didn't know that there was something in the bear. He just gave him the bear. So that's what, see, him not being informed about the gender of Adrian or the fact that there was something in the bear is going to be the downfall of Matt, and it's going to be great. Please think back to Miss Andrews' testimony. And I was going to burn it for her sake. If even for a single minute this bear had actually been in Miss Andrews' hands, I'm sure she would have taken the suicide note out and burned it. Order, order, order. So that's where you two were going. So by the very fact this suicide note was still inside the bear, tells us that your client didn't know how to disassemble the puzzle. Which means... It means, Your Honor, that it is impossible for Adrian Andrews to be the client. Oh! Order, order, order. Mr. Phoenix Wright. He's gonna kill me. He's from a line of assassins. I'm gonna need to be careful. Like, honestly, in the next game, they're gonna take me out. I'm sure I mentioned this before. How I hate traitors above all else. I think your cross-examination has clearly demonstrated something to me. You must wish to break your end of our agreement. No, that's not. That's enough. If that is your intention, then there is only one thing for me to do. Wait, please. Gentlemen, ladies, please excuse me. Did I fuck up? Is he gonna kill Maya? I have a matter that I must attend to. Yeah, please hold it. No. Please. Not that. Please wait. Mr. Attorney. Bring this trial to a speedy end and I may stay my hand. Otherwise... Oh, jeez. Oh, that's a long noir. What in the... Mr. Wright, are you... I've lost my mind, Your Honor. I'm no longer fit to... fucking cross-examine or do anything. I've lost it completely. I didn't understand this witness's outburst just now. Do you think there is a need to hear more testimony, or is this enough? Well, we should. Edgeworth, we can't do this. If we keep this up, Maya, she'll... what? The prosecution... What has come over? Everybody's lost their minds. Nobody, anything at all, ever, what? What is going on around here? The prosecution has no further questions, Your Honor. What? Well, I never thought I'd see the day. This is a most unusual situation. If the prosecution rests with no further questions, then the prosecution has failed to uphold its stance. When are we gonna get Matt on the stage? On the stage? On the stand. I want to see him freak out. I must believe that Mr. DeKiller's testimony is accurate. You can't present such a piece of shit scumbag and then not have him freak out. No. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? If I end the trial here right now, then your client, Matt Ongard, would be declared innocent. And in his place, Adrian Andrews would be charged with murder. Miss Andrews would be charged with murder. That's bad. The prosecution has no further questions, so we will now hear the defense's final remarks. Bailiff, please bring the defendant... Oh, yes! Yes! Bring him in! What? They're still not here? Come on! What the fuck? We tried as hard as we could, but it looks like our time has run out. I can't believe it. The outcome now lies in your hands. Shit! Franziska! Please, just, like, did the old guy finally decide? To be honest, I can't think of you as a truly innocent and good person. You have done enough evil to drive a woman to suicide. But, at least on the charge of murder, it would appear you are innocent. Ha. Oh my god, is he doing this right? Really? He actually just did that. So I guess even the old fuddy-duddy figured me out. Mr. Ongard. You were atrocious as a lawyer, weren't you? Giving your client away like this. And that refreshing like a spring breeze crap. Just as atrocious, don't you agree? Anyway, get on with it and pronounce me innocent already. Right, Mr. Lawyer? Should I side with justice? Or should I save Maya's life? I want to do both. If I had to pick one, I'd pick justice, honestly. Because I can't... I mean, Maya would die. That's one bad thing. But if I saved her, then On Guard would be free and Adrian would die. That's two bad things. So I can't allow that to happen. As long as I have Pearl, then I'm fine. I have my assistant. It's okay. You'd better get On Guard a guilty sentence, okay? But if I did that, Maya will die. But if I say he's innocent, then Miss Andrews will be charged as the murderer. Do I say he's guilty or not guilty? Either choice I make, someone's life is going to end. And I feel worse for Adrian because of all the emotional shit that she's been through. I can't bring myself to just let that happen. So is this it? Is this the choice that changes things? And the ending, like I don't know if it's actually two endings. It might just be like, yo, you get a game over and then try again, but you know. If the person who hired the assassin was Adrian Andrews... Do we still have the killer? Can we still talk to him and tell him that Matt is blackmailing him? Because that's still a thing. I'm pretty sure that has to happen. There's no need to ask, old man. After all, my lawyer is going to say what I want. Aren't you? Right. I can't do this. But I have to decide something. I mean, he knows his acting career's over, right? Even if he goes free. I guess he doesn't care. He's rich enough to sustain himself for the rest of his life, probably. I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. My client, Matt On Guard, is... Oh my god, this is it. This is the choice. Can I save? Fuck you! On a lot of other choices like this, I get to pause and save. It won't let me. It won't let me pause. I'm pressing start and it won't let me. Oh, damn it. I want to say guilty. I mean, I don't know which exactly would be right for the game. I'm pretty sure since we need to get those other items, they're gonna show up. We need to get those. So I'm pretty sure no matter which one I choose, like, Franziska's gonna storm in with the items. So I'm just gonna pick whichever one that I feel is right, which one that I would actually pick. And I would say guilty, because I'm sorry, Maya, but I can't do it. I would have to say guilty. And I gotta let everybody know that I wasn't defending a scumbag. Fuck him. We were waiting for your answer, Mr. Wright. Matt On Guard, your client deserves an answer. Maya, I'm sorry. Plus, Maya said that that's what she wanted. Matt On Guard is... Yes, thank you. I've never been happier to see the whip, because I've never been happy. Wow, that's badass. I want that to be the thumbnail for this video. That's awesome. Holy shit. Thank you, Franziska. The first time you've done a good thing. The whip was the savior. Yes! Oh! What a... Oh, you see now, don't you, Mr. Phoenix Wright? This is exactly why you should never take your eyes off of that scruffy fool. Did you bring them? What? Why? How did they get her to help? What did they tell her? You should know better than to ask that, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. I mean, they probably told her that if she brings this stuff, I'm gonna lose the case. Because that's true. That's probably all it took. Don't worry about Scruffy, he's fine, and his injuries are minor. All of the items are inside this. What is it? What a filthy old coat this is. Scumshoes. Oh, it'd be weird to see him now. He's not wearing his coat. It's gotta be the recording. And who knows what else. I fought long and hard this whole trial, all for what is inside that raggedy coat. I'm sure that inside that coat lies a crucial piece of evidence. Your Honor, inside that filthy coat are the defense's final pieces of evidence. Your final evidence. Oh my god. Okay, so that was not the big final choice. We're still going. This trial's already over. All that remains is for me to hand down my verdict. I do not believe that any evidence presented now would change. Fuck you! I'll kill you! What? Your Honor, it is our duty to examine every piece of evidence down to the last. I request that Miss Von Karma be allowed to present these pieces of evidence. I suppose you are right, Mr. Edgeworth. I grant permission to do so. However, this one obvious rule applies here. If these items do not bring up any new points, then they will not be accepted by this court. Now, Miss Von Karma, if you please. These pieces of evidence are items left by the killer during his escape from the police. He must have been in quite a rush. Yes, Your Honor. The killer left 3 pieces of evidence. Somewhere among the evidence we're about to see, there will be something that will turn this whole situation around like a miracle. I'm sure of it. That is all we can hope for. I don't know why I did her voice like that. The first... What the fuck? When was a pistol ever involved in anything? Does the killer's pistol have anything to do with this case? I mean, I don't... Apparently, I don't know what a pistol has to do with anything, but I don't see why we wouldn't question it. He didn't say we only get one shot, like we can only bring up one item. He just said if the items aren't relevant, then they'll be tossed aside, so we can question each one. We have yet to perform a ballistics test, so I can't say anything for certain. However, I believe it has something to do with this case, at least to me. What? Was there ever a gun involved in any of this? Oh, that's right! She got shot! That's what I believe, yes. Oh. I kept a bullet they removed from my shoulder as a sort of memento. I'm sure it will be an excellent sample for the test. How awesome is it that she presented that, whereas we had to present that her father got shot in order to get him guilty? That's pretty cool. It's probably not going to help us very much. The second piece of evidence is this videotape. There we go. That's what I've been waiting for. I bet the killer took that from On Guard Mansion. That's important. I gotta question the shit out of that one. Unfortunately, there was no time to. Oh yeah. But I would speculate that this tape is very important. Why would you say that? Because he came back to his hideout for it. The killer went back for it? That's right. It looks like he was trying to recover it. He injured 3 of the officers at the site. But somehow it looks like they managed to protect it from the killer. Shelley the killer is no ordinary man. Okay. He's not... Alright. I mean, he's an assassin. That seems pretty irrelevant too, but I'll question that. It is the tape that I've been waiting for. Go ahead. Was that used during the crime? I am almost certain it was. There's even a pair of black leather gloves in one of the pockets. There's no doubt about it. The killer was wearing this on the night of the murder. There is one thing I found interesting about this uniform. And what is that? There is a button missing on this uniform. A button? It's a very unique button. I'm sure if we were to recover it, it would provide us with an interesting clue. Okay. Like what? Really, the gun and the bellboy thing doesn't matter. It's just we need to do the tape. It's just as I thought. And what is that, Your Honor? He thinks it's irrelevant. These items from Shelley the killer's hideout would be very important clues. However, our question is not who did the killing. It is who is the client. Well, if we present that tape to Shelley, can we get him back? Can you call him? Thank you for your hard work, Miss Von Karma. You may step down now. Wait, Your Honor. Please allow me to examine this new evidence. Overruled, fuck you. This court already has all the evidence it needs to hand down a verdict. No, you don't. Wonderful, absolutely splendid. This judge is such a brilliant man, isn't he? Is this the end? Phoenix. I knew it. There's no such thing as a miracle in this world, is there? I think you're wrong. I think they do exist. But you have to make that miracle happen. You've come this far. You can't give up now. But, no matter how you think about it, it's... Try, for my sake. Just think about it for a second. There are 2 ways out of the situation for us. 2? The first. Make On Guard wish from the bottom of his soul for a guilty verdict. What? How would I do that? That'd be hilarious to watch, like him groveling to be found guilty. I don't know how we do that. The killer will always place his client's wishes first. If On Guard himself wishes to be convicted, then he will let his hostage go. That may be true, but that's asking me to do the impossible. The second way. Force the killer to end his Yes, that's what I've been saying for a long time. If the killer were to no longer think of On Guard as his client, then he would let Maya go. Mia, that's even more important. No, it's not! He is a man who values his duty towards his clients above all else. I know both of these seem like impossible feats at first, but if you could make either one happen, it would truly be a miracle. The bigger problem is, the judge has already said he doesn't need any more evidence. The pieces he was just shown, he's not accepting them. I don't need to show anything to him, I just need to show it to the killer. Think of things through from the other side. Isn't that what has always worked for us? Can't believe Phoenix hasn't figured it out yet. Phoenix is the one who's good at saying random shit. I'm the one who's good at figuring out stuff like this, I guess. You mean to turn things around? Phoenix, the judge says he doesn't need the evidence. If that's the case, then who does need it? Shelly, the killer. Which, that name still takes away all seriousness from anything that I say. It really does. The defense, prosecution, and the judge, we've seen all the pieces of evidence, and that is how we have come to know the truth. But there are people who have not seen them all, and those people do not know the truth. That truth, it may be what will bring about the miracle in the end. There are no objections this time, correct? No, then, I will pronounce my verdict. Objection. Why don't we all respectfully sit back and listen, kids? Fuck you. I hope Matt On Guard gets so mad that he scratches his own face and scars the other side. This court does not need any more evidence. I don't care what you need. I'm not saying it is us that needs the evidence, Your Honor. Then you want to show the evidence to that person? Yes, Your Honor. Please, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, for you to ask with such passion, I will grant you one chance. One chance. Please show your evidence to who you think it is the right person. That's impossible. To turn the situation around in one try? Dude. One try, that is all. I only get one try, and I'm not even gonna save, even if I can. Because I know exactly what's happening. I know exactly what to do. Because it's super fucking obvious. I really don't see how you could not know what to do here, but... whatever. I'm sure people have said that about me when I've said something wrong, and people have like, I don't even know how you could have gotten to that conclusion. So I guess I shouldn't say such a thing. Who would you like to show evidence to? This dude. I'm 100% confident. No! I just realized. Hopefully it works out. I just realized that there were two profiles. One for John Doe and one for Shelly the Killer. That's stupid! That's not fair! They're the same person! Can I go back? I chose John Doe. Is that okay? Is that fine? I hope I didn't mess up. Please? Oh my god. I haven't saved. I'll have to do this entire trial again. If I got it wrong. Oh, I might... That might be the dumbest thing anyone has ever done on the history of YouTube. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry if I fucked that up. They wouldn't do that, would they? Anyway, this is what I have to present. Please, don't be that fickle, game. Please. You know that John Doe, Shelly the Killer, it's the same guy. Literally. Literally, fuck my ass. I just made the dumbest mistake of all time. Right? Well, I mean, It's so funny that I'm like, I can't believe anybody would get it wrong. I'm 100%. But I just clicked the wrong thing. And it doesn't let me go back. And that's not fair. They're the same person. I saw his face, and I'm like, okay, that's him. Then afterwards, I realized there was another profile for Shelly. At least give me the opportunity to go back if I misclick. That's really bullshit. It's the same guy. And we established that. So I guess we're gonna see the bad ending play out, and then I'll go back, play this whole fucking thing again, and waste my time, and get the good ending. God damn it. Well... This was the worst thing. This is just the dumbest. I feel like the dumbest person on the planet. So what, Maya dies? Adrian dies, and Matt goes free? And just like that, the case came to an end. I ran away from the courtroom and wandered the streets alone. Whoa. I never saw Maya again. What? She died? Really? Oh, he released her? I heard the verdict of Miss Andrews' trial a few days later. Oh, she's dead. Why would he release... Oh, it's because I got Matt found innocent. So yeah, he did release Maya, but I never saw her again? The miracle never happened. Okay, I mean, guys, like... A miracle is something that doesn't exist. Of all the times to try to be accurate with the spelling and the grammar, like, that was supposed to be like a big emotional, impactful moment, was it not? So yeah, it's not even really like an ending because we didn't get credits. It's just a game over. I can try again. But it is a bad ending, technically. Like, the big emotional moment, you completely ruined it. The miracle never happened. Now I'm not even mad at myself for fucking up because I got to see that. That was hilarious. The miracle never happened. So serious. And so I guess Phoenix just like ran away and never went back to being an attorney and never showed his face to anyone again because he was ashamed. Because she was freed, but he never saw her again. Wow. So I gotta do the whole fucking thing again? Holy shit, that was obnoxious getting back here. That took a long time. So... I'm glad I got to see that ending, and I'm glad I got to show it, and I'm sure it was a good move for the LP. It was probably enjoyable for you guys, so there's that at least. But man, that was annoying getting back here. Technically my fault, yes. My fault, for sure. But, I do want to talk about this. I think the game probably should have handled it better, because first of all, I did pick the right dude. That's the same guy. I don't think... It is my fault for not saving more often, but one of the things I hate most in games is having to do something that you've already done, because that's ridiculous and not fun. Especially in a game like this, that is text-based, and going back through it is so tedious and boring and takes so long. I don't think under any circumstances should it be possible for a player to have to replay that much of the game. So I think it probably should have just started me like where Franziska charged in. That would have been a fair punishment, especially since my punishment shouldn't have been that severe, because I chose the right guy! You know? I think it should have been a little more lenient on that. I just don't think you should ever have to replay that much. It is my fault for not saving, but I think that should have been done differently. And yeah. Again, just like Case 3, I kind of feel like I was punished for knowing the answer, because if you didn't know the answer and you're like perusing the profiles and you're looking, yeah, obviously you're gonna notice these, but I knew. I'm like, yes, it's Shelly the Killer, I know. So I went in here specifically to choose him, so as soon as I saw his face, I chose it. And it wasn't until it was a second too late that I realized that's there. Especially because this is so dark red that it doesn't immediately pop out at you. His face pops out at you. So I chose his face. So again, my fault for rushing, but some slack probably should have been given to me. Because it's the same guy. They're the same guy, and everyone knows that it's the same guy. So I chose the right guy, and yet I still had to play the whole thing again. So my fault, but I don't think you should ever have to play that much of a game again, and they should have cut me some slack just because of that. Should have put me where Franziska charged in, rather than making me sit here for so long, going through the dialogue that I've already been through. So that was annoying on the game's part, initiated by something that was my fault. So that's how we're going to leave that.